All right, so using the point slope formula for a linear function, if we're given a point, a fixed point, and the slope, we can write the formula for the line. That's pretty straightforward. But in this next example, we're given 2 points. We're given the point -1, 1, and 5, 3. And we want to find the equation of the line that passes through those points. So now we have 2 points instead of a point and a slope. But anytime we're given 2 points, we can always find the slope, right? So let's do that. Let's find the slope of this, this line just by using the formula for slope. So m is just the rate of change of this linear function. So we're going to do 3 minus 1 over 5 minus a minus 1 becomes a plus 1. All right, so that looks like that becomes 2/6, which is the same as 1/3. Okay, so now we know the slope is 1/3, and we can pick either one of these points and put it into the point slope formula and find the equation for this line. All right, so I think I'll just use the -1, 1. So I'm just going to say y minus the fixed point, the y value of the fixed point I'm choosing, and I decided to choose 1, or sorry, -1, 1. So it's going to be y minus 1 because the y value is 1. And that's equal to m, which is 1/3, times x minus a minus 1 becomes plus 1. Okay, so the x value is a minus 1. All right, and then this is a perfectly fine formula for a linear function, but sometimes it's nice to have it in slope-intercept form. And so let's go ahead and arrange this into slope-intercept form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this 1/3, right? And over here, I'm going to get 1/3 x plus 1/3. And then I'm just going to add 1 to both sides. So then this becomes a 1, positive, or this becomes y on the left-hand side. And then we're going to add 1 to both sides. Okay? And now I'm just going to combine these constant terms. And then I get 1/3 x, and then 1/3 plus 1, which is 3/3, right? 1 is 3/3, so 1/3 plus 3/3 is 4/3. Okay, so if I want to write it, I could. Now, one thing to know is you probably don't want to write 1 and 1/3. Some people might be tempted to write it as a mixed fraction. In algebra, no. Avoid mixed fractions. Mixed fractions are not nice in algebra. And the main reason there is, really this means 1 plus 1/3, right? And when you write things next to each other in algebra, it usually means times. So this notation is incompatible, I think. I feel like it's incompatible with algebra. So write things as either improper fractions or fractions or improper fractions, either one, that's fine. Any fraction is fine. Or you could write this as a decimal, but it's a repeating decimal, right? When you're dividing by 3, you're going to get a 0.3333, and then that goes on forever. So you're not going to get an exact answer. You're going to get a decimal approximation. So probably the best way to write this is 1/3 x plus 4/3. Okay. Another thing that just since I'm kind of on a roll here, one thing I see people do a lot is to write 1/3 x, and sometimes that's unclear what you mean, because depending on how you write it, this could mean 1/3x, or it could be or does it mean 1/3 times x? And those are two different things. So I would also caution you about using the diagonal fraction bar, because sometimes this 1/3 x ends up looking like 1/3x, and I might be able to say, okay, I'm guessing what you I can guess at what you meant to write, but you'll end up confusing yourself when if you're gonna be doing a lot of math. You'll sometimes end up confusing yourself because you can't read what you wrote and you misinterpret what you wrote. So, a couple of little cautionary tales there, and I'll meet you in the next video.